6 days till Saturday, presented by Kroger Simple Truth, is brought to you by Central Bank, Coca-Cola, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Kroger, Papa John's, and by Toyota.
Beautiful, beautiful. Here we go. And then all of a sudden, boom, boom, and we're both coming.
Under control, under control. Good.
You better have an attitude about you the whole time. You hear me?
Now, where are our eyes? Man, that guy right there.
Don't fight to survive, fight back to win. Finish on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go!
Good evening. I'm Brian Milam alongside Lee K. Howard and Alex Walker. And over the next 60 minutes, we are going to give you an exclusive first-hand look into a typical week inside the Kentucky football program.
Now, long before kickoff on Saturday, hours upon hours of calculated time goes into preparing this team for kickoff and for game day. From the players to the coaches to the support staff, it really takes an army of individuals. Sometimes all that preparation results in a win. Other times it ends in a loss.
Not only will you see practice, but we'll take you into the equipment room, the weight rooms, and even sit down for meals with the team. We were given special access for 6 days as the Cats prepared for that tough road game in Columbia, South Carolina.
We are giving you a front row seat inside Kentucky football. We hope you enjoy 6 days till Saturday.
If you were to ask a fan about the game of football, many would tell you about the pageantry, the roar of the crowd. But as those fans depart and go their separate ways while awaiting next Saturday's service, all that is left are the coaches and staff to experience the echoes of the game that was. It's solemn this Sunday at the Joe Kraft Football Training Facility in Lexington. A day of reflection as the Wildcats fell just short of a comeback road victory to the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
First, we have to wrap up the game that we just played.
One of the first to arrive Sunday is team video coordinator Christian Fierro.
A lot of that work is done immediately after the game, on the airplane, on the bus. You know, my job during the game is to put together the entire game for the coaching staff. We will shoot 3 angles. My goal is to have that game intercut and put onto a SD card for the coaches within 20 minutes after the game. That is incredibly important to get it to those guys in a timely manner so that they can grade it on the way home. And that's what they'll do. Everybody will grade it on the bus, on the airplane, and have that done by the time we land.
Fierro and his staff will begin cutting and uploading the video and data for the Wildcats' next opponent, South Carolina. But for now, the coaching staff will gather for the first time to reflect on the lessons learned from Starkville.
You know, they beat us the same way we beat them a year ago. We rush it for 46 times a year ago. Now we throw it for 42 times. How many rushes did they have total? 40. Yeah, they rushed for over 40 and flipped the script on us, you know, and we're playing catch up and trying to throw the ball and, you know, that many times, and a lot of bad things are going to happen. I mean, it's just, you know, it's a critical mistake going on the road.
How long in advance or how quick of a turnaround do you have to say, all right, this is what we're going to do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? How quickly do you put that plan and everyone else put their plans together?
We come in Sunday, we grade the film, we watch it as a staff, we come together, you know, with myself and the whole group, go through that. Again, we go through the things, the sustains, the areas that we are doing well, that you need to continue to stay on. What do we need to do better?
Running backs, AJ had 29 plays, ran the ball hard, 11.61 per carry. I thought he dropped his pads a lot better and he was physical.
First half in general, I thought very sloppy. Too many plays that we had up front that put us behind, contributed to us being behind the chains. Whether that be a bad snap, whether that be a penalty, whether that be a sack. And it wasn't any one guy in particular. It kind of took its turns, and we can't do those things. When we stayed ahead of the chains, we moved the ball, and we were very efficient.
What is that? What's the reason behind that, you think?
It's not been something that's happened very much all year. I felt like maybe our focus wasn't as good as it needed to be at the beginning, first half, maybe.
And that's an experienced group for us.
And that's a very experienced group, yeah.
Next 3rd and 7, we ended up the back misses his assignment, but he hits him out on the fade. He does a great job. We move the chains, we get. But again, he came back and he hit some the deep throws where we had 3 touchdown possibilities where he gave us an opportunity to throw touchdowns.
Brad.
If we make that sack there and we're able to get off on 3rd, and that was the one thing of a bright spot. We've been harping on 3rd down and long. We were 3rd and 4. The one we did miss was that 3rd and 16 when we should sail out. But we won our 2 3rd and 10s. And we're going to have them back at the 45-yard line or so, and it's going to be 3rd and 24.
Well, we got to do a much better job. I mean, obviously that can't happen again.
That's the difference in this game. As bad as we played on 3rd down, okay, we were the most explosive we've ever. 1 out of every 5 plays in a game. You're supposed to win 90% of your game. 1 out of every 5, we were explosive with a 16-yard pass or a 12-yard run. Our freaking red zone right there,
yeah.
We turned a couple of those into touchdowns.
Well, and we had our shots from outside the red zone, too, in the high red, and missed them.
The truth and the honesty that you and Eddie and Vince and John and you guys get into it and get onto each other because, as you mentioned, they hold you accountable, you hold them accountable. There's a lot of trust and honesty in those closed-door meetings.
Yeah, without a doubt. There's times, throughout the season where, you get elevated a little bit. There's arguments, but that's good as long as it's in the right context and it's healthy, because there's a lot of strong minds in there. There's a lot of guys with ideas. Ultimately, the coordinators, it's on them.
We got to let it eat. The kid can, and I don't know, that's where we got to talk. Maybe not, and maybe I get into a little bit more, just keep mixing Lynn in there for a gimme here and there. If he had handed the posse, that thing's still running.
Yeah, but he made 20.
And that's the good and bad with it.
Right. Through any of that, there may be some arguments, there may be some opinions. The minute we all walk out of that meeting, we're all on the same page, and we're all in it together.
Coaches say you have about 24 hours to get over a loss. Truth be told, that number is even less. Student athletes have the day off.
All right, love you. I'll see you when I get home, okay? I'll be a little while tonight.
The coaches, however, are trying to find ways to make their players better. The breakdown of Mississippi State is over, and now begins the build-up to South Carolina. Within the UK football program, everyone has a place to be at a certain time. The grounds crew will cut the grass every morning throughout the week and will stripe the field twice a week.
Get our ankle mobility. You already got it? All right. Make sure you rotate.
This time of day, you won't find Director of Performance Mark Hill behind a desk.
Josh, let's get one more set of lateral raise on, make sure that shoulder. Good. Under control. Good.
His task, keeping the Wildcats strong.
Wednesday we'll go 4 groups. Starting at 6, go all the way till 8:45. Split them up according to class. Give them time to eat. Get to class on time, tutoring, whatever they have. Every team is dealing with the same thing. Soreness, bumps and bruises. So, it's very important to get in here and work it out.
How to maintain strength, That is something linebacker Josh Paschal knows all too well. Josh missed the majority of last season battling and defeating a much tougher opponent, melanoma.
Of course it meant a lot this year, just to be out there for the season opener. You know, it was a different type of excitement. I was ready just to play football and, you know, make some tackles, make some plays for my team. And of course last year I was, of course, cheering my team on with passion, of course, but this was just different. I was able to be a part of it and really go out there and make a difference.
Now Josh is trying to balance strength and recovery, all while getting ready for the Gamecocks.
Well, weightlifting in the off-season, it's like more of a load. And of course, we can't put that same load on our bodies during the off-season as we can do now, because like now we're playing games, we're practicing every day, and that's like more strain on our bodies, as if in the off-season all we have is workout. So we have to really incorporate that into how we work out.
And Ahmad has made extremely difficult catches, as you've seen.
At noon, Mark Stoops will face cameras and field questions for his weekly media conference.
I don't think it's going to matter to us going up in that meeting room today, you know, what the last 5 years were. You know, really, we have to have a great preparation. We got to have a great week. We got to win this game throughout the week. You know, if you're in this business, people are going to have opinions, and they're going to talk about that. And sometimes it's going to be good, and sometimes it's going to be bad. And you better learn to just deal with it and let it go. And, you know, I really don't, you know, hold on to a lot and feel like I have big grudges or anything like that. And I also keep it in perspective, and I learned that from my brother Bob.
The Stoops name is synonymous with football. Mark is one of 3 Stoops brothers who have held Power 5 head coaching jobs. His father, Ron, coached in the high school ranks, notably at Cardinal Mooney High School in Youngstown, Ohio. Football is just a way of life for the Stoops family.
You know, in the back of my mind, I probably felt like all along I'd be a coach. Probably felt like, you know, during my time growing up and through grade school and through high school, probably figured I'd be a teacher and a coach, much like my dad.
A sign of a good leader is not being afraid to do what you ask of your team. On Sunday, the coaches took a long, hard look at their performance against Mississippi State. And at Monday's team meeting, the message is far from routine.
You know, that was very disappointing and didn't see it coming at all. I thought our preparation last week during the week was okay, but you know, one of the points of emphasis this week is it routine? Is it part of our routine? Huh? Or is it our standards? And you got to think about that. And, you know, in hindsight, I didn't do a good enough job of getting our attention to just going through the routine. Remember Chad Pennington talking to us a few years ago, some of you older guys. You know, I love that talk he gave, and he talked about fighters and boxers. They get in the gray room, what they call it the gray room. And they're getting beat, and you're getting fight, and you're getting knocked down and all that stuff. And sometimes you just fight to fight back, right? Or you get in the light room and you fight to knock his ass out. You understand? You fight back to win. So we need to get out of that damn gray room. You're in the midst of 5th game before a bye. Get out of the routine. Be committed to what you're doing. You're in a fight. You're getting your ass knocked down a few times, and you're just going to stay in that gray room and just act like you're fighting, just act like you're giving it a few punches back, or you're going to get in the light room and fight to knock their ass out. You hear me? Fight to fight back and win. Let's go get introduced here to South Carolina, watch about 30 minutes, and then cut them loose, get some rest.
One major change in routine. The Wildcats will not practice today. But inside the position meeting room, coaches like Vince Marrow,
that's the just that I want to see in this game.
Will start rebuilding the confidence of a ball club which could arguably be sitting at 4-0 on the season.
I don't condone violence or nothing like that, but I will say the laws of physics, you got an upper hand on him. But y'all tell me, Florida's what, number 18 in the country? We should have won by 3 touchdowns.
Coach Stoops has met with the media and talked with his team. Now he gets a chance to speak directly to the fans of his football program.
Welcome into the UK Healthcare Mark Stoops Show.
Because we had as many explosive plays than we probably ever have since I've been here. One out of every 5. They've been telling me it's all I ever hear years and years and years. Throw the ball more, you idiot. Throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball. And now it's interesting. I said, run the ball, you idiot. Why aren't you running the ball? Run the ball, run the ball. And, it's like our fan base realizes now. They love it.
Started to look at tape of South Carolina. What are some of the things that impresses you when they're playing at their best?
South Carolina, I tell you, they're a very talented football team.
They're not cleaner when you win and dirty when you lose.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's kind of the way it is. It's whatever it is, it is.
Bad part is when you lose, they're usually dirtier.
No, see, I think when we win, they're dirtier.
Position. It depends on the position.
You can tell some of them if there's dirt on the back. Man, good.
I think a lot of people don't understand just how much work goes into the equipment each week for the football team.
We got to stripe all the helmets. We got to decal them, clean them. With the chromes, what we'll do is chromes we'll just use a microfiber cloth, wipe them down. Also, you're gonna get some nicks in it, which is fine. Too many nicks, we'll switch it out. We kind of want to always make it look new. We want to have the cleanest, nicest looking helmet out there. So, they'll clean that, and then we'll come in, we'll stripe the helmet. We'll put the UKs, the UCs, we call them the UCs. So we'll UC them up. And then on the back, as you look, we're going to put the American flag under their number, so it's the state with their number. Warning sticker goes down. And then we'll put the SEC logo. It's a good amount. It's a lot. It's luckily we have 15 students. So with me and my boss Tom, 15 students helps out a lot. We get a lot done that way.
At first glance, you would assume this is just a regular college student at the University of Kentucky.
So I wake up at probably like 6:30, 7 o'clock and get over to the facility.
But in reality, this is Wildcat quarterback Sawyer Smith. With Terry Wilson going down from a season-ending knee injury, Smith is being called upon to help steady the Wildcat ship.
A lot of backup quarterbacks, when they're thrust into the spotlight, they don't have that big game experience, but your situation's a little bit different. Troy led them to 5 wins last year, a big bowl win over Buffalo. So how did that experience prepare you?
Just being able to play, just being able to have that time in the game experience, and just the speed of the game isn't too fast for me.
But right now, the Kentucky training staff are a bit concerned with how well Sawyer is, since separating his shoulder at Mississippi State and injuring his wrist while making a tackle at home against Florida.
Hey, can I warm up today? Can I warm up today? No. I can't warm up. No. Let's not fish that wrist. Okay. Probably gonna warm up though. All right. It's ridiculous, but it's probably smart. That's why he's an athletic trainer and I'm not.
One big thing we got to improve on as a group from last week is we've got to over-communicate. All right, over-communicate with the secondary, with the linebacker you're in the game with, and with the front to make sure we're all on the same page.
Coach John Summerall's meeting room runs with the precision he expects from his linebackers. See the field and attack.
Now, where are our eyes? Man, that guy right there, he tells us everything we need to know. Everybody got it? We good there? All right, the front's not moving, right?
Get your eyes where they belong, on the sniffer. Everybody go, let's go, lock it, have a great day. Hey, we're starting Turner Circuit in 14 minutes. Coach White's blowing the whistle. If we ain't there on time, we up down it.
Now go. That's it right there. Go, Mo, downhill. That's it. Everything you do, be perfect. Hey, TJ, it's Grizz. You're a 3-tech. Be strong. 8 technique through that one, Jared. Make it look like angle, right? Now I'm starting to creep down, and you sneak in behind him, right? They're thinking it's angle, and then all of a sudden, boom, boom, and we're both coming.
One thing that isn't a secret, Tuesdays are for family, and that goes for everyone, from the players to the support staff.
So if you don't have a family night, when are you going to see your kids?
They're really, really good guys, you know, really respectful, you know, you can see them, you know, they're working really hard, you know, and like, you know, it's how we feel, you know, they're working hard, we got to fit in right too, you know.
It's just fun to let the kids run around, be on a practice field, coaches get to see them, and just have dinner.
We love to come on Tuesday nights because it's our time that we get to catch up with John and see all the families and have a little relaxed atmosphere without the pressure of the games and just have a good time and see everybody.
Well, we love it. Family night is sacred for us. Like, if we have sports practices, Tuesday night is no-go. We want to be here because we just don't get to see them a lot. You know, the kids are little, so.
We really cherish Tuesdays, and, you know, again, during the season, you only get so much time with family.
I don't get to see my kids awake, really, Sunday or Monday. So this is the first time, really, all week that you usually get to enjoy some time with them and get to see them and just hang out for a little bit before you go back up and catch some videos. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
For questions, please press *1, and we will begin with Connor O'Gara of Saturday Down South.
How important is it for you avoiding that 0-3 start to SEC play, just for the public perception of your program?
You know, I think it's important for us in our building and what we're trying to do, much more so than any outside perception. I think, you know, it's pretty clear that we have a good football team, and I had an opportunity to win a lot of games, and we'll continue to win football games. So the outside perception, or whatever you're asking there, you know, not so important to me, you know, as it is in our building and within our players and within our coaches, and each and every opportunity.
We put a couple in here where we have the tight end in, so you're not throwing the fade. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Wednesday is when the Kentucky offense begins to put in the offensive script. It's the set of plays the Wildcats intend to use for Saturday. This is where all the hours spent on understanding the playbook and reading defenses comes together.
Coach Henshaw, I love how he kind of teaches the game and how he gets his points across. He does it really well in an understanding way. Like, he keeps it. He's been around the game forever, so he's very smart, but he keeps it in like a simple way to make you understand it and make you comfortable with how he's saying it. 24 hours after Sawyer Smith asked if he could throw, he has finally been given the green light. There is a noticeable energy amongst players in the locker room and on the practice field. Feeling the need for speed, Justin.
Injury is a huge part of our sport. These guys are banged, bruised, and beat, you know, on a weekly basis. It's brutal. It's brutally hard. And then you put all the hours that we have to spend in this meeting room, and them have to be on point, and they have to be attentive for hours. And then we have to practice for hours.
With the physical and mental demands on college athletes, science plays a vital role in athletic performance. The difference in tenths of a second or the number of reps in a game can be decided not just on the field, but at the training table. That's why Kentucky football has a nutrition bar. Its purpose is to replenish the fuel needed to compete at a high level.
We usually go through about 24 pounds of turkey, 15 pounds of ham, 15 pounds of cheese, 80 pounds of bananas. Grapes, we go through about 54 pounds. Grapes are a big hit here. And then on days when it's an away game and I have to order for snack bags, we go through almost 200 pounds of grapes and 160 pounds of bananas.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. Getting in the throwing. Let's do it, baby. 100-yard game again, big dog.
Is there a ton of pain? Not really. Good.
Once I get warm, it starts feeling good.
Yeah, get it loosened up. So basically you just took yesterday off and you could have practiced.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I could've sworn you.
No, I'm good. That's a great throw. That's perfect. Hey, that is a perfect throw. Here we go. Fan, fan, fan. Let's roll.
That's fine.
Yeah. So that way he just knows an empty right, he goes to the right, empty left, he goes to the left. Good. And you get the boundary comeback and your running back's coming across the field.
Come on, Cam. Come on, Cam. Fast on me, fast on me. That one's good. Going right hurts.
That's great, he's right-handed.
So like when you roll it to the right, you really have to get your arm up. And it pinches all right here.
You tell him?
Yeah, he's got it coming. He's got me some Tylenol coming. That python, I'm getting to you as fast as I can.
I ain't taking no steps. So
no, did you see that look on film?
It's here.
Yeah.
As soon as you snap it and I see you don't about to throw it, I'm just going to flip.
I like it. I like it.
Nice ball. Tempo, go, go, go.
Come on, Robbie. Good, nice work.
To play fast, you must first play fundamentally sound. There is always someone watching from the air or on the ground. And if that means putting in the extra work, then that's what it takes. The wide receiver group had a couple of drops in the last game that have weighed on their minds. Tonight, they put in that extra work to hit their mark.
You may remember certain wins, you know, maybe you had a certain win in dramatic fashion or some big wins you may remember, but the losses, you really never let go of. You know, you really hold on to those forever.
Let's go, Ruff. Here's my advice. Hit the ball through the goalpost. Nice kick. There you go. There you go. It was good from 61 right there.
I've always felt like my biggest strength has been the relationship with people, the relationship with coaches, and the relationship with players, and really getting people to overachieve. You know, I think every coach takes pride in that, and you know, I think trust in relationships is a big piece of that, getting them to do things and getting them to, you know, play at a higher level.
Just pull it back right from your distance right there. Pull it back right there, high to low, right there. You still got a batted ball. They could bat that one, you know what I mean? The only time you got to jump is if he's banging it right here. You should be able to play them both ways. You should have enough depth where you could protect him if it's a quick fade. Let's go, here we go. You should get a little protection. He's going to go right now. You'll see it easy. You're still in the bind here. You still got to go high-low.
There's a reason we line up like we line up. See the indicator and make sure you get lined up all the way over there. And inside, here's another good look. And inside right, okay? This is a tackle call right here. This is outside left, okay? We go outside left, we got a centered up guy, plus we got a guy looping out here. Again, if we're doing everything like we're supposed to.
The schedule for the Wildcats on Thursday includes a special teams film session, a brief team meeting, and a walkthrough practice.
Let's go, here we go. You should get a little protection. You just think you got that's your new one. Hey, if that's your corner, you're a corner now. You're all of that one. The outside guy's zero, he's out of it.
Thursday, we do a walkthrough. Some people would have a light practice on Thursday and walk through on Friday. We actually walk through on Thursday, and then we run through it at full speed on Friday.
Watch a lot of last year's film and look at Mike, because he played a lot. He had a feel for it. When are they getting in their cages? Where do I got to get to? You know what I mean? Because don't just be in here like this real early, then they're like, I know he's not coming. You know what I'm saying? But maybe you get in here early, act like you're walking out, and then just go again, and vice versa. You know what I mean? You got to get a feel for that. You got to be active.
In general, you want to tip off opposite of what you're doing. But if you're blatant about it, they know. You could talk about tomorrow, you could talk to those guys, you could talk tomorrow. How much of it was through the line or off the edge? It was mostly through the line. Yeah, I was going to say, it's easier off the edge. You could butch them, you could hit them, but hey, I'm getting right up there with Q though with this, you know what I mean? Yeah. Uh-huh. Was that mini? What was that? What was that? Ty, what was that? What was the call? 3 o'clock. Yeah, that would play just like mini at that point. You would squeeze it back until you got zone back off it. You know what I'm saying? That route would be exactly like mini, how I'd pull it back. You would squeeze it back till something pulled you back off.
Did he pull it back?
Yeah, he did.
All right, short yardage, 31, base.
Get your butt down here, let's go. Pack your bags tonight. We'll wear polo and khakis to the catwalk. So pack your bag, be on time tomorrow, be in here ready to go, and bring a giant chip on your shoulder with you. You got me? Better have a strong mindset, and it comes from a great preparation. It's been a great week so far. Take care of yourself tonight. Let's put the finishing touches on it tomorrow and get on that plane with a damn strong mindset. You understand? Everybody that's going with us, you better have an attitude about you the whole time. You hear me? But we're there for one reason and one reason only. That's to take care of business. You got me? Complete business trip. So have an attitude about you in a strong will. You hear me?
It's 433 miles from Lexington to Columbia, South Carolina. Just as practice is wrapping up, the second part of the day begins for the Kentucky football equipment staff. The 53-foot trailer is truly a locker room on wheels. They even bring 2 spare tires in case of a blowout. It's happened before. That's why they prepare for everything, just like the players who will wear their uniforms.
Good steps. Steps were a lot better. Again, they're going to areas, and if you got a corner, we got the safety. You're going to be one-on-one with one of them, right? I think we got everything fixed right here. How we're going to go? Okay, here we go. Take a look right here. What do they do? What's their number one single dog?
When you're the offensive coordinator of a football team, people tend to place you in one of 2 categories. Do you believe in the pass, or do you run the football? But when you've been coaching as long as Eddie Gran, it's not about the run or the pass. It's about the personnel.
On blitz, I want you to switch it up.
After 4 straight weeks, the Wildcat offense is banged up. It's a familiar scenario from Gran's first year at Kentucky. In 2016, Gran lost his starting quarterback and went to his backup, Steven Johnson. He put in an offense which shares the name of the school's mascot, the Wildcat. And he had a backfield with senior JoJo Kemp, junior All-SEC performer Boom Williams, and a freshman All-American by the name of Benny Snell. This season, Gran has lost his starting quarterback, Terry Wilson. His backup, Sawyer Smith, is nursing a separated shoulder and injured wrist.
You all good on that?
However, Gran does have a talented stable of young running backs in A.J. Rose, Cavassier Smoke, and Chris Rodriguez. The best part, Gran has something he didn't in 2016, a tremendous do-everything athlete in Lynn Bowden, who at times has been known to step behind center.
Beautiful, beautiful. Here we go. 2s are up.
In that on Friday, if things are not looking good, you may get rid of them. We never really add anything that late unless there's a minor tweak or something that we feel we need to add, because you want your players to have a lot of confidence in it, and you want it to be somewhat battle-tested throughout the week.
Once practice ends, the players have about 2 hours to get cleaned up, get some lunch, then board their flight from Bluegrass Airport to Columbia, South Carolina.
Once we get to where we're going to, like to South Carolina, we'll go to the hotel. And the hotel would just be where our meal is. And so we'll have things such as broccoli, chicken, fillets.
Oh, that's me.
The best thing is a pasta bar. And that's the number one thing. And so that's what, as soon as you get off the bus, that's what everybody races to, is the pasta bar. Because you got to be the first in line, because there are usually only 3 stoves that they use. And so you got to be the first in line to get it first.
So that's a vet move. You know, to be the first off the bus, maybe?
Yeah. You got to be.
It has been said a good meal could bring anyone out of their shell. Whoever pinned that line must have known an offensive lineman. They are a position group that keeps to themselves, police themselves, and have a job of protecting the leader of the offense, the quarterback. They're big for a reason, and to stay this big, you have to eat a lot, which makes them the most qualified to rate a meal.
Sit down at the lineman table.
It isn't early dinner.
This is only the first play.
What time is it? Favorite cookie on a travel trip? What's travel trip?
Alabama freshman year, right?
I'm good.
Didn't you say Alabama freshman year?
Alabama freshman year was probably the best travel cookie I've ever had. But my favorite type of cookie, this is a dark horse answer now, snickerdoodle.
Wow.
I love it.
I'm all in.
I love a snickerdoodle.
I agree with you.
So usually, I do it right now, but usually we break them up, stick them on the fork, and dunk it into the milk for a little bit.
Let it soak, you know. Let it soak. When you want to pull it out, leave it in there a little longer. Yeah.
Boys are about to be excited.
What do you think? Definitely a solid cookie. Definitely solid.
Top 5.
Listen up now. Coach talked about that war, you know, and the battle that's going to happen. This is a business trip, right? It's a business trip.
Tomorrow it's going to go down with 2 teams in sort of the same position.
Been 2 dogs bit, right? They're wounded. Both teams, right? But ours is done.
It's going to come down to who's the most hungry. All right, and every week we have a word. And it hungers to have a strong desire or craving for.
The discipline and the focus of what you did this week will carry over tomorrow night. Be where your feet are.
Who's more hungry? The guy across from you or you?
There's going to be a time tomorrow night it ain't going to be good. But we're going to pull together as a group and as a unit and as one. How many times did that happen before since we've been here? Tons. And we're going to frickin' battle, right?
Decide to rise up or tuck your tail. And watch what happens in every situation.
So let's make sure everybody's on the same page tomorrow. This group right here, as strong as we've ever been. Now let's come out there tomorrow night, all right? We'll get on that plane about 12 o'clock, and let's be celebrating, all right? You guys have a good night. Love y'all.
I just did a couple minor things with my delivery and what we did on Monday and things of that nature, but we didn't go out. I didn't even put them on the field on Monday. You know, then I got in and watched the film, cleaned things up, introduced USC, and got them out of there. And you know, I felt like the energy was good.
It's that fine line that you don't get predictable, but at the same time, you don't want your guys playing slow.
Like, they always know who they're going to, working to for the backers and everything like that. And it's really cool because Drake leads them. Like, Drake doesn't get a lot of talk because Logan Stenberg's up there and everybody like that. But Drake really leads those guys really well.
Go get! Go get!
Listen, we talked about it. Be selfless. Play for each other. Discipline, execution in the face of adversity. That's called selfless football. Play for each other. Have a strong mindset. Have a conviction. Embrace the atmosphere. C-A-T-S, get.
When they go to bed tonight, all they see is white and chrome. Let's go.
In the midst of this 12-round fight, get out of the gray room. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Go fight back. Don't fight to survive. Fight back to win. Fight back to win and make
the Kentucky football team onto the field, and that's what the crowd reaction is all about. They had fewer than 1,000 tickets left as of Wednesday, so close to, if not a sellout, here at Williams-Brice Stadium. Back deep for South Carolina, Shi Smith. He averages 23 yards per return. South Carolina at its own 44 in the opening possession of the game.
Warm it. Hey.
Comes in motion left, trips left. They throw it to Edwards on the screen, gets a nice block, and gets the first, or close to the first down. Maybe just short of the 50. Taylor tracked him down.
I ain't seen no one. So I want to.
Were you over?
He was on the side. We facing this way.
Yep. Okay, hey. So it's moved left, but then it's still wing right.
Yeah.
So then you get back to a hash.
If you were looking at the tight end and you would have took the over, the tight end was trying to struggle to get out, and you thought he was blocking.
Exactly, that's what I thought.
Through your eyes on the tight end. You make, because you ain't the primary guy, you make sure that.
Tell them, get everybody over there, tell them the eyes checking on third down.
All right, we'll be going fast. Just regroup, everybody regroup. Let's go. Hey, we're in good shape. Let's go.
Two tight ends left, two wideouts right. Quick throw over the middle, incomplete, intended for Bowden on a slant at the 25. Flag comes in late.
Right now, we need the offense to get a drive. We need to save the defense.
He's got setbacks on either side. And he gives it to Rose, running left, bounces outside, and he can't quite get to the corner.
Let's go. Come on. Come on. Hey, that's a hell of a stop. Feed off one another. We're going to need it all night. Feed off one another.
Minute and a half to play in the first quarter. 7-0 South Carolina leads as Duffy prepares to punt it away. Angles it to the near sideline. Edwards running over to try to field it, but he can't get there in time. It hits at the 32.
Did y'all feel like front side was good? Yeah, we had it down.
Right. Did you close your hip and think the front? I think so, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. Like it, yeah. Well, that's what Mac's on, too.
Yeah.
So. Two receivers wide each way. Helinski dropping deep, in trouble, and goes down back at the 35-yard line as Boogie Watson got him.
Hey, he always make good plays.
Bob! Bob! Run!
3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6.
We go down on the carry.
We just got to get back at our offense and mix it up. We're down 10-0, and we get the ball and we just got to get moving it and do what we do.
This whole thing changes with a great drive right now. All right, our will, and we go down and score. We win the game. You understand that? There's no doubt in my mind.
Let's go take it.
None.
Let's go take it.
The details and the focus of this and our will.
Work up, and then they get the pick.
Because they want the pick. They want you to go off the pick when he goes vertical.
Yeah, but
we get a chance, bro. We gotta go. We gotta go.
If he's not setting, there's a reason.
Wrap up. We can't dive. We can't have dead legs, bro. We cannot have dead legs.
They give us 11. All right, they give us 11. All right, stab. Once it's set, it's set. If they give us 12 and they're giving us this spread wing, call it to the down. Just keep punching.
Come on, let's go, man.
Let's get a turnover.
Let's go. Keep punching, man. Let's go.
Offense, we get the ball right now. Take the ball, go put something on the scoreboard. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Turn this into a one-possession game. Keep on swinging.
Yes, sir.
4 quarters, 12 rounds. Keep on swinging. Keep on fighting. Make plays. Finish this game. You got me? Hey, embrace this, man. Eat it up. Have some damn fun. Play free. Go play your ass off and have some damn fun. Let's finish this thing. You got me? Let's go. Get some juice. Finish on 3. 1, 2, 3. Finish.
Let's go get it, man.
Bowden sets deep in the pocket. Pumps. Now he pulls it down. Scrambles off to the left. Lots of green grass across the 25, 20, 15. Cuts back to his right at the 10. Needs a block. Gets to the 5. Carries a tackler down to the 2-yard line. Then Bowden found a way to get an offensive spark. Trips to the right. Ball's in the middle of the field at the South Carolina 2. Snap to Bowden. Handoff Rodriguez. Touchdown, Kentucky. Chris Rodriguez.
The battle in Columbia was just one game in a 12-round season. With a bye week in their sights, the Wildcats got out of the gray room.
It's an option right, and Bowden goes in! Kentucky!
With one thing on their mind, fight back to win.
15, 10, 5, dives in, touchdown, Kentucky!
Led by Lynn Bowden, the new look Cats had an attitude to get things right.
Bowden
Gives it to Rose. Running right. 15, 10, 5, breaks the tackle, goes in, touchdown!
With victories over Arkansas, Missouri, Vanderbilt, and UT Martin, the Wildcats are bowl eligible for a 4th straight year.
We talked about everybody in here making a difference. Everybody in here made a difference tonight. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you. I appreciate your effort, and it starts with our preparation during the week. There's going to be wins and there's going to be losses in your life. But we will never be defeated. Is that true or not true?
True.
Proving again, you can never underestimate the determination of a Wildcat.
Six Days Till Saturday, presented by Kroger Simple Truth, was sponsored by Central Bank, Coca-Cola, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Kroger, Papa John's, and by Toyota.